So I just finished watching a video by Reid Henrichs, and he's a really good guy. If you are not subscribed to him, which I'm sure many of you are, I'm sure a lot more people know who he is than know who I am. So if you watch me, you probably watch him as well. He's a good, level-headed guy. He's an instructor. He's one of seemingly the nicest gun guys on YouTube. He seems to have a very clear and level-headed approach to everything he says. So I was watching a video that he just did recently. One of my subscribers asked me if I'd watched it. I said I hadn't seen it yet, so I just finished watching it. And it's about this situation, and I urge you guys to go check out his video. It's about this situation where cops basically shot a hostage. Okay, there was a guy, he had a knife. They had shot him several times with a beanbag round from shotgun. That didn't work. He kind of steps back a little bit and grabs seemingly an older lady that's kind of off to the side, trying to stay out of the middle of things. He's got a knife on him, okay? And he grabs the knife and proceeds to like pull the knife towards her neck with both hands, like it's a bar or a rope or something, and he's holding it to her neck. At that point, there appears to be two, maybe three officers in front of him and that lady, and one that's coming off to the side. And you can see all this on the body cam footage. And he's off to the side with his handgun. And he's got a very clear shot at this individual. And Reid makes a lot of really good points about shooting different parts of the body and that kind of thing. And I don't want to get into that so much as the mentality behind what happened next. At that point, that officer, who had a much better field of view and a much better advantage on the suspect of actually hitting the suspect and not the hostage, he starts to fire at the suspect. Very slow, very methodical. He just takes one shot, then another. And you can tell he's got the best point of aim. He's got the best bead on this guy. The problem is then the 2 to 3 other officers just unload on target and they kill the hostage. Now, of course, the bad guy got killed as well, but at that point, 2 people are dead for no reason. One person, the bad guy, could have been dead had those other officers not done what they did. The one officer had the shot. He took the shot. Did he take it to the right place? I'll let you watch Reid's video and you can decide on that. But that was the right thing for him to do in that moment. What was not correct was what the officers did. And this comes from a point of bad training when it comes to police officers. And I am not saying this just from my own point of view, but from the point of view of police officers who I know who say that this is one of the ways in which they are trained to respond to situations, which is to say, if you roll up onto a situation or you find yourself upon a situation where another officer is firing at somebody, you do not assess the situation. You simply assist that officer in putting down the threat. You essentially are trained to not use your brain in those moments, but only your instinct. One officer fires, I'm going to fire. One officer's firing that direction, that's the direction I'm going to fire. That is a very, very clear training error. Because see, not every officer may be doing the right thing when they fire. Therefore, other officers firing might be an even worse thing. Or in this particular case, one officer firing happened to be the only officer who had a good vantage point on the situation to take the bad guy down without hurting the hostage. None of the other police officers did, yet they instinctively, due to their training, fired rapidly at a target that was completely blocked by the hostage. This is a clear error in the way that modern law enforcement is trained to deal with situations. And I can go into many, many situations. You guys know I have a very healthy distrust for law enforcement and anybody that the government says can tell you or me what to do. But just about this one particular issue, this is a situation where somebody died senselessly. Training needs to be corrected in these institutions. It just does, across the board, for many, many things. But specifically in this case, this mentality of, if my buddy's shooting, I should shoot, needs to stop.